But when I want to catch, you know, basically panfish here, this is how I jig.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris, and this is my channel, Chesapeake Chris. Thanks so much for stopping by.
But when I want to catch, you know, basically panfish here, this is how I jig. Get a really small jig on. No spinner blade or nothing. I throw it out there and I literally jerk it up a little bit and stop and let it fall. And right there's a fish. Okay, I was going to do a demonstration on how I jig, but I already hooked a fish. Let's try this again. Say a perch. Nope, another croaker. And he's croaking already. So anyways, let's try this again. Wow, that's good. Little teeny croaker, quit wiggling. Okay, so once again, this is how I jig when I do for panfish. They give me a little jig put on there, a little head, no spinner blade or nothing. When I throw it out, I let it sit and I let it sink. I twitch it up and then I let it sink again. Then I reel up my slack. Let it sit for a second, twitch it, let it sit for a second. I literally let it sit for a second each time. And that seems to be what they like. They usually hit it either when it's sitting or when it's falling. I got to paddle back in closer. The waves push me all out here. So, let's paddle back in closer and try again. So, you throw it out, let it sink a little bit, we twitch it, we let it sink back down, rolling our slack. Let it sit again, don't twitch it right away. Twitch it, reel in your slack, let it sit again for a second. That's how I jig for panfish. And like I said, I think it's really important to let it sit for a second before you twitch again. Because a lot of times they'll take it either when it falls or when it's just laying there. They'll come down sometimes, I guess, and grab it right off the bottom if you're laying on bottom. So, and sometimes you can do a little double twitch. Again, reel in, let it sit again before you twitch it. Sometimes I'll do a little double twitch. That's how I jig for panfish. And it seems to be pretty effective. I always hook them when it's either falling or right before I jerk it again, when it's just kind of laying there. They want to see it drop to the bottom and just lay there just for a second, and that, I guess, is they spurs them that they can go grab it. Because usually when I reel my slack up, it'll move a little bit, so I stop again. Then I twitch, let it fall, reel my slack up, stop again. And a lot of times I'll get one right when it hits the water. Like when it sinks and I do that first twitch. They hear it hit the water. If they're around, they look, it catches their attention. It drops, you twitch it up, let it drop again, and that's about all it takes. And boy, I don't pull it out of the water till I get it right back to the kayak. Because I've gotten bites right there at the kayak. Sometimes right when I'm getting ready to pull it out of the water. Sometimes a foot or two from my kayak.
Enough with the tutorial. Let's catch some fish.
There's a nice bite. That felt more like a perch, maybe. Now from that tire again. Yeah, that felt more like a perch. He took it and ran. Come on, stop it. Okay, nice and easy. Easy way to get you off the hook. He's not a big one, but It's going sideways. It's got to be a fish. They say usually around that first jerk up or two, that first twitch, it's not a little croaker. They must just be a whole bunch of them in here. Good Lord. There he goes. Boy, he just barely got hooked. You can also come in really close to shore like this and throw down the shore and jig it up along the shore instead of coming out from the shore, throwing in and jigging out. You can just jig it right up along the shore like this. Sometimes that's effective. I think sometimes just the bait coming from a different direction may cause a fish to strike. I'd love to get some back under those overhanging pine trees, but I don't know if I can. I'm told fish like to, they'll gather under overhanging trees because a lot of bugs and caterpillar type things will drop out of the tree. They'll eat them. I may go try that one. I've caught a lot of perch there and previously. There you go. It stopped. I watched my line go out. I reeled in my slack, and there's another little croaker. Uh-oh. How far down did you get it, fella? Well, not too bad. That's why I use these hemostats too. They're much skinnier than, or whatever they're called. They're much skinnier than needle nose pliers. So when you got a fish that does not have a big mouth and you get the lure down in there, look at that. You can just reach down in there easily with these guys and get it out. I have needle nose pliers, but I carry those too. Okay, that's something. I don't know what it is. It's perch. It feels like a perch. Yeah, it sure does. Oh my gosh. It's a big perch. Holy cow. He's almost a keeper size. He is fat. He is so fat. Oh, good Lord, he is fat. He's 10, but he is so thick. He's also pooping all over, so we're gonna put him back in the water.
So that's how I jig when I'm jigging and trying to catch panfish. I caught 4 perch that day and 5 croakers. I lost a couple and had a lot of other bites that never got hooked. It wasn't exactly a banner day, but it's still fun. And at least I can catch fish until hopefully the rockfish come back.
And I'll see you on the next video.